Hello, my name's Rachel from In the Flow, and I'm going to take you through a short sequence which is really grounding. So we'll be really getting into the feet, strong practice, working on the arches of the feet. This practice is good for most people, including pregnant people from the second trimester, week 14 onwards, with some precautions. So, first of all, stand with the feet a good hip distance apart. Try and have the middle toes facing forward, and then you can slowly close your eyes when you're ready. Just a moment to feel into your feet, feeling into the earth, sensing the earth as if you have roots all the way from the soles of your feet, burrowing and furrowing down towards the center of the earth. Take a deep breath in, and a long, slow exhale out. And again, deep breath in. And a long, slow breath out. And start to slowly rock the weight a little. You can keep your eyes closed, forward and back. And around in a circle, feeling all the parts of your feet. You can let your knees be soft. Take your breath around in that circle. And then change directions. Just starting to mobilize around the ankles. Feeling all parts of the feet. Sensing your breath. And then we'll work through a toe stretch using possibly a blanket for underneath your foot. So it'd be good actually to check which nostril is most open, most dominant right now. That's a way of listening into our body. So if you were to close one nostril and breathe into the other and change sides, you'll find that one is more dominant than the other. So to honor the body, we'll start with that side. So with that foot, you can put your hands on your hips. Come to the top of the foot, gently pressing into the top of the foot. Turn the ball of the foot to the floor, stretching under the toes and press into the ball of the foot. And just getting some pliability there. Pressing into the foot, under and over. Be aware, of course, of any broken toes or injuries on the feet. Then, of course, you wouldn't do this. But otherwise, just gently getting the flexibility in that foot until we find a point to be on the top of that foot. Now I'm just going to remove the blanket so that you can see my foot properly. And all the toes are spread. The knee is always facing over the middle toe. And you're not just squishing the toes, you're actually coming forward onto the front of the foot, and you offer some pressure down there into the top of the foot, lifting the heel. So you get this lift through the arch of the foot, activating all the way up the thigh. And it's not that comfortable, but you just stay with it and breathe deeply. So take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, see if you can press a little firmer into the foot. And after the next breath, keep smiling. And then you can have a good moan. As you pick up the toes, give them a little wiggle when they forgive you. And then fanning out the foot, so you spread out the toes from the big toe to the little toe, or the little toe to the big toe. But as much space between the toes as you can. Knee again is over the middle toe. You might want to bring this back foot further back so you can press into the ball of the foot, and you're really digging down into the earth there. Again, this leg is really strong. You're stretching all the plantar fascia of the foot, really under the toes. Connects to the sinuses as well, so you might find your nose clearing even more, and you can press in, you can have your hands on your hips, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out, and a deep breath in, and a long, slow breath out where you can press even further. One more here. And then you can have a good moan. This time we're going to give that foot a little bit of a quiver. Into the ankle, shaking the bones, shaking the whole leg. And then as you bring that foot to the floor, have a little feel, probably feels more alive. And then moving to the other side. So of course you can use the blanket if you like. And we're just going to be on the top of the foot, on the underside of the foot, top of the foot, underside for a few times. How does it feel on this side? And after you've warmed the foot up for a little while, come to the toenails under one. So all the toes on the floor, including the little toe, knee over the center of the foot. And you press down into the toes, breathing in. Long breath out. Keep smiling, chest open, strong foot. You can press a little deeper, I'm sure. And then you can have a good moan, release the foot. And spread all of the toes, big toe to little toe, or little toe to big toe. Step the back one back a little bit further and press into the ball of the foot nice and strongly. Really dig into the earth. Big breath in, lift your heel higher. Breath out, press even further. Strong breath through the nose. And after one more, you can lift that foot. Have a little quiver. Give it a good shake. And then how does that foot feel now? More awake, more alive. You can check your nostrils. Any clearer? Possibly. And then we've warmed up for the earth salute. So we'll remove any blankets from the mat for now. Have the feet maybe wider than the hips. Try to have the toes facing forward as much as you can. They might be about 5 to 1. That's fine. And a little connection there. So you can connect into the breath, into your heart, and into the earth center. You can close your eyes for a moment as you feel the earth beneath your feet, drawing up all of that energy up through your center, through your heart to the sky, and passing down through your center, all the way down into the earth. Take 2 more breaths in this way. And it would be lovely if you could do this outside, on the ground, on the grass, all of this practice, really good for waking up. But you can imagine there that your feet are on the bare earth. And then we take Apana Mudra in the hands, which is the middle 2 fingers, touching the thumb, pointing down to the floor. Bend the knees so you can sit the hips down behind you a little bit more. Elbows nice and lifted, and this is really bringing the energy down into the ground. Take a couple of breaths here. And then we're going to stamp the feet 3 times. Nice and strong. 1, 2, 3. Through the heels. And then, of course, you say sorry to the earth for being mean. Taking a big squat down, stick your bottom back behind. Make sure your chest doesn't come lower than your hips. And go, I'm sorry, earth. There. Sorry. And of course, because she's so gracious and forgiving, she forgives us and always provides us with all the goodness and nourishment from the ground, so we can gather that up into our center, to our heart, and up into the sky. So we offer it up into the sky. You can lift your toes here, energize your legs, lifting the arches of the feet, lift your fingers nice and wide. And then bring all of that energy back down into your heart center, softening your knees, send the hips behind. Take Apana Mudra. And again, this time you could stamp through the other foot first if you like. Coming down. You don't have to come down this low, of course you might be higher. And you apologize to the earth, honoring her, asking forgiveness as you draw that energy up. Into the sky, reaching, energizing up through the fingers, lifting up your heart, and then gathering back down to your center, finding Apana Mudra once more. And it'd be really nice from here to go into a balance. So we'll step it into 1 foot. You can again have 1 foot on the floor. You can soften the knee, and you can bring this foot, if you're able to, onto the thigh with the toes flexed. Knees come out. So it's a tree, but it's a really steady apple tree with branches that move all around in different directions. Good. Reaching and stretching, and maybe a bit of a yawn. And you can take a big wide step onto the other foot, finding your roots, sitting your hips down, lifting perhaps that foot, flexing the ankle, placing the ankle on the side above the knee. Now you can sit down lower if you want to stretch into that thigh more. But how about your branches? Where can they reach? Where do they go? Reaching, stretching, you can try all different directions. Take a big step out, let the arms soften down. And then you can come back to your standing position that you started with. And it would be nice maybe to put one hand on the heart and one hand on your earth center, closing your eyes, steadying your heart, steadying your breath, and just feeling your breath moving from the earth up to the sky, and from the sky down to the earth. And when you've done, you can slowly open your eyes. And thank you very much. Namaste. So my name is Rachel, and if you want to find out more about me and my yoga, you can visit www.beintheflow.co.uk. Thank you.